Tom, and with the poor air quality Tom mentioned across the inland Northwest, many of you have questions. Earlier today, I sat down with one expert from the Spokane Regional Health District and another from the Spokane Regional Clean Air Agency for some air quality answers. Have you ever seen it this bad?
Me personally, no. I've lived in Spokane for about 25 years and I haven't seen it quite like this.
You're looking at these numbers every day. Talk to me about these numbers as of late.
We're measuring unhealthy, and that's the range on the air quality index that we use.
I noticed on your website you don't have hazardous, but the Department of Ecology does. Is there? We're
adding that. Well, we're just optimistic people, and we just hadn't seen numbers ever like that. So we are still reporting the value. But we will be adding the color-coded graphic to that.
A lot of people are saying they're coughing, they have a sore throat, sneezing,
stinging eyes, raw throat, irritated sinuses, in more advanced situations with the headache. Letting the community know that that's to be expected. Athletes is a really specific concern because the nature of the respiratory symptoms that people are experiencing, that gets worse with strenuous activity. So kids playing soccer, not a great idea in this, especially if we're getting into the unhealthy for all category.
When people come to you and they ask, is there anything I can do? What precautions should I be taking? What do you tell them?
The recommendation is generally true for everybody. We need them to stay inside. If they don't have air conditioning, if it's too hot, we don't want them opening their windows, so it's actually advisable to go somewhere where there is air conditioning and they can keep the air around them clean until we catch a break.
Should people be walking around with a mask right now?
The mask issue is somewhat complex, especially these types of masks. These N95 masks is what we would recommend if somebody is choosing to wear a mask. We'd say that masks are appropriate for being outdoors, and which goes against our recommendation that people stay indoors. But we know that there's certain people that are still having to tend to crops, their yards, but the trick with these is that they have to seal properly to keep out some of that particulate matter. And if a person doesn't follow exactly the directions, there's a good chance that they're not going to work as recommended.
Just in terms of the outlook now, are we going to be hanging on to this for a while, do you think?
From what I've seen, in terms of the fire outlook, I've heard that it can go into November. So depending on how these fires get contained, and then if new fires start up, I mean, it's really almost a day by day.
It is.
Well, so many people visited the Spokane Regional Clean Air Agency site over the past several days, the website crashed. They are pleased to report tonight, though, they've moved it to a new server so it can handle that extra web traffic. For viewers outside Spokane County, the Department of Ecology website is a great resource for air quality. Randy?
Well, the start of the school year getting much closer now. A lot of the sports teams are already starting practice out there. Darnay Tripp live now to tell us how they're handling practice with this poor air out there.